Guys, so you are watching Entertainment Scoop, and I am here with Kendra Leigh Timmins.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am great. I'm so happy to be here with you. You look great.
Thank you so much. I had a phenomenal team who worked very hard to make all of this work and look great.
Yeah, and you know what's so great about you? When I first came in, I saw you snapping away. And
yes, I'm learning Snapchat today.
Are you having fun with Snapchat?
I am having a blast.
And which your favorite filter? Have you tried the filters yet?
I haven't gotten through all of them yet, but I just used a particularly cute one with like bunny ears and a nose. Yeah. So far that's my favorite.
Everyone loved that one. So you have to tell us. I mean, we're here to talk about your new show on Nickelodeon. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. The show is called Ride, and it's airing on Monday night at 8 p.m. with 2 back-to-back episodes. And the show is about my character Kit. She and her dad moved to England so that he can teach at a really fancy private equestrian boarding school.
Okay.
So Kit kind of has to figure out, she's a bit of a free spirit and rules are kind of out the window, and all of a sudden she's in a world where rules are very important and where all of the students ride horses, which she's a little bit afraid of.
Wow. I mean, how long have you been acting in?
I would say I started when I was like 5 years old in the world of just like school plays, and then I started professionally when I was 9 or 10.
Oh wow. And how old are you now?
You know what? How old do you think I am?
Well...
A lady never tells her age.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yes.
And you know what? It's so crazy because I was looking at the promo on Nickelodeon. I saw the preview.
Did you like it?
And I said, this really looked pretty interesting. And I feel like it's a show probably for the family, right?
Yes, 100%. I think the show can really be watched by anybody, where it has jokes in it and it's really funny, like a lot of the Nickelodeon shows that I really like, but it also has a really heartfelt element where it's really about family and friends and doing the right thing. And so I think it's a great mix where kids will watch it and really like it, and so will parents.
Oh, awesome. Now, how could you actually relate? Is there any parallel between the character and yourself? Like, how can you relate to your character, or is she completely different from who you are?
I think it's a mix. I think I'm a lot like Kit in a lot of ways, where she really cares about her friendships and trying to do the right thing, and very determined and very stubborn. I get told I'm stubborn a lot. But the differences between Kit and I is that Kit likes to get into trouble. She likes to, you know, bend the rules a little bit. Yeah. And she's really afraid of horses, whereas horses might be the only thing I'm not afraid of.
Now, how the transition from being a Canadian to actually being like a part of this big world now? Like,
it's pretty amazing. The audition process was phenomenal. I remember getting it and reading it and going, I would love to do this. This fits, this is so great, and being really nervous. And so when I finally got the call saying that it was happening, it was pretty unreal. There was a lot of happy dancing, there may have been a couple tears, there was lots of phone calls. I called my sister right away, called her first, and now I'm a part of this brilliant family, this Nickelodeon family, who are just so wonderful and have gone above and beyond to just make all of this happen. The fact that I'm here in New York City right now is all thanks to them. So I'm still a little bit in shock, a little bit living the dream.
I mean, the newfound fame, is it something that you're still learning to deal with? Like, or how is that for you?
There's definitely a learning curve in terms of, it hasn't aired here yet, so we're still waiting to see what the reaction will be. I hope it's really great. It's been great in all the other parts of the world. I think it's one of those things where I just kind of have to adjust. And I still don't really believe it yet, but every so often my sister will go out and be like, oh, I think they recognize you, I think they see you, and when that happens, it's really wonderful. Because as strange as it feels, it means that people are watching and that they really like the show, and so some of my favorite things to do is chances to meet fans.
Now, has anything strange happened yet since you've been famous, like, or any best memories or interactions with fans, or?
I think every interaction with a fan that I have is pretty phenomenal. I think for me, my favorite part is when they know everything about the show. I can kind of come up and be like, oh my gosh, I loved when this happened, that character, like, how do you really feel about that person? Because then you know they're really watching and they're really paying attention and they really relate to all of the characters. I haven't had anything really strange happen yet. I think anytime I'm like on the subway or in transit and someone comes over and says hi, that's still a little bit like, oh yes, of course.
Now, who inspired you, like, growing up?
I think I always pull a lot of inspiration from my mom, which I know tends to be a fairly common answer. But she was never an actress, but she's always been very supportive of what I do, and she's always set a great example of that hard work is what pays off, and being kind to people and making sure that you appreciate everything that's going on. So she's always been an inspiration just for general life. And then in terms of growing up, Rachel McAdams has been one of my inspirations for a really long time because she's also a Canadian actress, and I love everything that she does, and I love what she's done with her career, where she does really different things, but she still keeps it very down to earth. She still lives in Toronto for most of the year, so I think she's definitely one of my acting inspirations.
That's amazing. Now, I would love to ask, like, if you can give all of those little girls out there, like, with a dream, like, how can they get the courage to get out of bed and say, you know what, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go for it?
I think the best advice that I have is just do it as much as you can. Be involved. I was always involved in school plays, in the choir, doing speeches. Anytime you get a chance to get up and be in front of people, to know that you really love it, and once you know you love it, go for it. Just believe that what you're doing is what you should be doing, and to work really hard to get it.
Now, for some reason, I want to ask you about music. Now, like, have you been into music? Do you do, like, this summer, have you been to any cool concerts? Or?
I've been to some concerts in the past. I actually grew up doing a lot of musical theater. So singing, dancing,
I see it. Okay, good.
So I was always really involved in music and really loved to do that kind of thing. So my taste was always musical theater. I have my favorite musicals, but I'm also a huge fan of Taylor Swift. I've been to 2 of her concerts. So phenomenal. I know all the words. It's a little bit embarrassing. Also Ed Sheeran. I have been to one of his shows, and him being on stage by himself and performing so phenomenally, and his new songs are awesome. Listen to them on repeat all the time. And then Alessia Cara is actually a Canadian music artist who's kind of started to break out a little bit here. I think she performed at the Halo Awards. It was really awesome. So I'm following her music career as well.
That's amazing. And congratulations to you on all of your success. And we hope to see you more. Please let them know when the show air again.
I will. So Ride, Nickelodeon's new live action show, airs Monday night at 8 p.m. and there's 2 episodes back to back.
Yeah, there we have it. Thank you, Kendra.
Thank you so much.